150 feet above the jungle floor, balanced on a wet branch no wider than my thigh, and surrounded by millions of giant, angry honeybees. Up here, there are no second chances. One loose knot, one moment of panic, and the drop is unforgiving. Join me today as we climb into the high canopy to harvest wild liquid gold, with deep respect for the forest and the bees that guard it. Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm taking you with me into the heart of the wild jungles of Vietnam. Up here, in the high canopy of these ancient trees, lives one of the most formidable creatures of the tropical rainforest, Apis dorsata, the giant Asian honeybee. Unlike the gentle European honeybees kept in neat wooden boxes in American backyards, these giants do not seek the shelter of hollow logs. They are wild, nomadic, and fiercely defensive. They build massive, single combs that hang completely exposed under the branches of the tallest trees in the forest. Some of these nests can measure over 6 feet across and hold up to 80 pounds of honey. I've been climbing these trees for years, but as I sit here, checking my ropes, my heart is hammering against my ribs. In this line of work, there is no room for overconfidence. The jungle doesn't offer second chances. One loose knot, one slippery patch of bark, or one moment of panic under a swarm, and the drop is unforgiving. My safety system is simple. Just a couple of heavy-duty utility ropes wrapped around the trunk, a climbing harness, and absolute trust in my own grip. My partner is on the ground, holding the other end of the line, looking up at me like a tiny speck against the sky. We've done this together dozens of times, yet every climb feels like the first. Do you hear that? That isn't just wind. It's the sound of thousands of wings beating in unison. The moment you step onto their branch, the colony knows you're here. Apis dorsata bees are incredibly sensitive to vibrations. Right now, a cloud of guard bees has already detached from the comb. They are swarming around my head, pelting my face shield like heavy raindrops on a tin roof. Let's talk about the gear. It's not the highly ventilated, professional bee suits you might buy online. Up here, we rely on makeshift armor. Thick layers of cotton clothing to protect against the heat and stings, a tight-fitting mesh head netting tucked tightly under my collar, and heavy, rubber-coated work gloves. It is incredibly hot. The tropical humidity is already stifling, but inside this suit, it feels like a furnace. Sweat is pouring down my face, stinging my eyes, but I can't reach inside to wipe it away. You just have to endure it. Every breath is warm, filtered through layers of fabric, smelling faintly of the leaves and the rich, earthy smoke we use to help calm the hive. The bees are trying to find any tiny gap in my defense. They crawl over my hands, searching for an exposed seam, a loose thread, or a place where the fabric is pulled tight against my skin. Their sting is notoriously painful, and a concentrated attack from a colony of this size can easily be life-threatening. But I have to stay calm. Panic is your worst enemy up here. If you start flailing your arms or moving frantically, the bees will sense the threat, and the aggression of the hive will escalate. I keep my movements slow, steady, and deliberate. I breathe deeply, letting them settle on my gloves, treating them not as enemies, but as partners in a very tense negotiation. honey hunters in our region have followed a strict philosophy of respect and sustainability. We are not here to destroy this colony. If we were to take the entire nest, we would kill the brood, the thousands of developing larvae in the lower section of the comb. Doing so would destroy the future of this hive, and they would never return to this tree. Instead, we only harvest what we call the honey head. A wild Apis dorsata comb is divided into distinct zones. The very top part, where the comb firmly cements itself to the tree branch, is where the bees store their pure, concentrated honey, sealed beneath a thin layer of white wax. The middle and lower sections contain the pollen and the brood nursery. By using a razor-sharp knife and a gentle touch, we can slice away just the honey-filled upper portion, leaving the entire nursery intact. Within a few weeks, the bees will repair the damage, rebuild the wax cells, and continue to thrive. It's a sustainable harvest that ensures the forest remains rich with life for years to come. The wind is picking up slightly, causing the branch to sway gently. It's a surreal sensation, feeling the giant tree move under your feet while a storm of bees rumbles around you. I take a moment to secure my footing, locking my harness tightly against the branch. I slice into the golden wax. Immediately, the aroma hits me. It is an overwhelming, intoxicating scent that fills the humid air. It smells of wild acacia blossoms, damp earth, blooming forest flowers, and the sweet, rich fragrance of pure, unfiltered honey. It's a scent you can never find in a store-bought jar. It is the very essence of the jungle, captured in liquid gold. As the blade cuts deeper, the weight of the honey head begins to pull it down. I support it gently with one hand, guiding it carefully. With one final, clean slice, the massive chunk of honeycomb frees itself from the branch. I lower it gently into the plastic bag. It's beautiful, perfectly capped, glistening in the filtered sunlight, heavy with the nectar of thousands of forest flowers. I seal the inner plastic bag carefully to prevent any leaking during its descent. harvest is safely bagged, but the heavy lifting isn't over. This single chunk of honeycomb weighs easily 25 pounds. I secure the top of the sack, tying it off with a strong knot, and attach it to the lowering rope. I signal to my partner below, and slowly, I begin to feed the rope through my hands. The sack disappears down into the green canopy, gliding smoothly past the lower branches until I hear my partner's faint whistle from the ground, signaling a safe arrival. I look at the branch where the nest used to be. A small strip of wax remains, and already hundreds of bees are returning to the spot, cleaning the area and preparing to rebuild. They are not defeated. They are already at work. Sitting back on this high branch, catching my breath as the adrenaline slowly fades, I look out over the endless canopy. In the distance, I can see other massive trees, some of them holding 3 or 4 more nests. This forest is a sanctuary, a fragile ecosystem where every creature plays a vital role. I feel a deep sense of humility and gratitude. We took only what we needed, leaving the home of these incredible insects intact so they can continue their vital work of pollinating this vast jungle. Now, it's time to pack up my gear, double-check my safety lines, and begin the slow, careful climb back down to Earth. Thank you for joining me on this journey high above the forest floor. Stay safe, respect nature, and I'll see you on the next adventure.